Alright, so today we're going to look at types of angles. And in particular, we're looking at the types of angles you get when you have two lines and they're crossed both by a third line. So, I've got one situation drawn right here that's already drawn out for you. Another example would just be like, here are two lines, here's the one that crosses them, and you notice they form four angles here, four angles there. So today we're going to kind of pair angles up from this chunk. We're going to pick one from there and pair it up with one from here, and then some of those pairs have special names. So today's lesson is about what those are. Okay. So in this case, over on the left here, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 is one chunk, and 5, 6, 7, 8 is the other chunk. And then the line going right down the middle of them, right, the one that actually cuts across the other two lines, this right here is called a transversal. And in class, we'll talk about why it's called the transversal. But you don't have to worry about that right now. Okay, so let's look here. One of the types of angles, these pairs, are called corresponding angles. And so for corresponding angles, again, I'm picking one from the top chunk and a pair for it from the bottom chunk. Its partner, right? So the first one I'll pick angle 1. Okay? Now angle 1 has an angle that corresponds to it down here in the bottom chunk. And the way that you determine what corresponding means is the one that's in the same kind of location, right? So if you look at angle 1 up here, it's in the top left of its chunk, right? Well, the one that's in the top left of this chunk is angle 5. So I'm going to say angle 1 and angle 5 are corresponding angles. Now, hopefully that's enough to give you hints as to what corresponds to the other angles. If I say angle 2, well, that's in the top right. So that's going to go with the top right one here, 2 and 6. Okay, similarly, you could say angle 3 goes with angle 7, and angle 4 here goes with angle 8, the way that I've labeled the picture. Okay? So now let's look at another type of angle. So these are corresponding angles. Ones that are in the same general location. Alright, so the next type, again, I'm going to pick some from here and some from here. Next type I'm going to call, let's do same side interior angles. So the way this works is there are two chunks here. There's interior angles and there's exterior angles. And so interior means you look at your two lines and it's anything that falls in between them. Those are your interior parts, right? Inside the two lines. So let me label that. Right? Which means that this chunk out here is exterior and this chunk out here is exterior because they're on the outer parts. Right? So all this is exterior, all this is exterior. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. So if I say same side and interior, right, then my goal, same side means same side of the transversal. So my interior angles are 3, 4, 5, and 6. So if I pick angle 3, right, then I've picked one from this chunk. I now need to pick one from this chunk that's interior and on the same side of that transversal line right down the middle. Okay, so you only got one choice there. It's got to be angle 5. It's on the same side of the transversal and they're both interior. And there's one other pair that's also same side and interior. 4 goes with angle 6. Right, I can't pick 4 and 8. They are same side, but one's interior, one's exterior. Okay? Knowing that, let's take a look at these. Same side, exterior angles. Okay, so if we look at that, well, I need to start with an exterior, right? So 1, 2, 7, and 8. So if I pick angle 1, now I've picked from this chunk. So I need to pick from this chunk down here now, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And I need to pick one that's exterior and on the same side as angle 1. So same side as angle 1, 1, 3, 5, and 7. And the only one that's exterior, angle 7. Besides, I have to pick from the bottom chunk anyway. Same idea. Angle 2 is exterior. And on the same side of the transversal is angle 8. And that's also exterior. Okay. So let me erase this stuff. Now remember which ones are interior and exterior again. 3, 4, 5, 6 are interior, and all the rest are exterior. So the last two types, one of them is called alternate interior angles. And you can probably guess the second one, the last one's going to be alternate exterior. So alternate interior, alternate angles meaning on different sides of this transversal right here. So like if I pick angle 3, the angles that are alternate to it would be 2, 4, 6, and 8 because they're on the other side. Okay. Now, I want alternate and interior. So if I pick an angle from here, it has to be interior. So I'll pick angle 3. Then I want to pick the one from the other chunk down here that's alternate to it, so on the other side of the transversal, and interior. So if I pick angle 3, that's interior. Alternate would be 4 and 6 that are on the inside, but I got to pick from this chunk. So 3 and 6. Right? If I pick angle 4, that's interior. So I picked from here. Now I got to pick from here, and it has to be on the other side of the transversal from 4, and it's got to be interior. So there's only one choice there. That's angle 5. And so the last type, alternate exterior angles. So that would be, I'm picking pairs of exterior, so from 1, 2, 7, and 8. And if I pick angle 1, then I've picked from this chunk. It's exterior. And I need to pick something on the other side from this chunk, so 6 or 8, but it has to be exterior. So it's got to be 8. So 1 and 8 are called alternate exterior angles. And then in the same kind of pattern there, you could say the same thing about 2 and 7. Okay. So there are 5 types of angles. Corresponding, same side interior, same side exterior, alternate interior, alternate exterior. What I want you to do now is I've created this other type, this other drawing here, and I've labeled the numbers a little differently. And so what I want you to do is to go through these and list off all the pairs of corresponding angles, all the pairs of, let's go, same side interior angles, all of the same side exterior pairs, all of the alternate interior pairs, and all of the alternate exterior pairs. And then bring those to class tomorrow. Also, copy the picture down. Make sure you copy the picture. Otherwise, this isn't going to work very well. Make sure you put the numbers in the picture, too. All right.